Good morning, first grade. Today's math group began with the math group champions. Champions, keep turning your math book to page 331. And for today's math lesson, you're going to be able to measure lines by inches, identify a pentagon, and also relate Roman numerals and tally marks. So, let's begin. Let's look at number one. Now, number one wants us to measure the flower beds. The first one, you're measuring using the ruler for inches. You're measuring using the inch side. Okay, and then the second flower bed, which is a little bit longer, you're going to use the centimeter side. So the first flower bed is centimeter. I'm sorry, the first flower bed is inches, and then the second one you're going to measure using centimeters. Now let's focus on number two. Number two asks us, what time is it? Notice the hour hand is pointing to 12, and the minute hand is pointing at the 7. So let's count: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that time is 12:35. Now let's focus on number three. Here we deal with fractions. Yes, our favorite fraction. So let's focus on number three. So here we are adding 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So adding those four things together, what do you think that equals? What do you think? Four sides together all equal 1/4. Good answer. It is 1. So 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, that will give us 1. Now, as you can see, as you look at that picture there for the kite as well, it helps you. Notice for the kite, each side is equal. Remember, there are four sides, four parts for that kite right underneath. And those each of them is 1/4. So four sides together, they give you a whole 1. Okay, let's focus on number 4. Number 4 has a pentagon. A pentagon is a shape that has 5 sides. Okay? Now, letter A asks us how many pentagons. So you see, we're just going to count how many pentagons you have. And there are 5 pentagons. Okay? And then we're going to work on B together. Now, B says how many sides in each pentagon. Now, as I said before, a pentagon has 5 sides. So you're going to write 5 for letter B. Now for C, you're going to write, it asks us how many sides in all. So you're simply multiplying 5 times 5. That will give you an answer to C. And then D is very similar, just the same answer to C. Let's focus more on number 5. Okay, for number 5, we are adding. Here we have 184 plus 423. So let's begin. So 4 plus 3, as we start in the ones place, what is 4 plus 3? That is 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. Next, let's focus on 8 plus 2. What is 8 plus 2? That is 10. Next, 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? That answer is 2. Good job. Next, what is 2 plus 4? That is 6. So, 184 plus 423, that will give you your answer 607. Now, let's focus our attention. Turn to page 332. Here, we're asking us to write the number for each Roman numerals. Okay, so these right here, as you see, it looks like the letter I. These are actual Roman numerals. Yes, it was very used a long time ago doing math, ancient math. So we still actually use it here today. It's still efficient. So this is actually number 1. Okay, I'm gonna write it out so you can see. So that's 1, and we think this one is. This is 2. Okay, and this one has the 3 lines together. So notice 1 line is 1, 2 lines is 2, 3 lines that is 3. Adjust the camera here. So look, it looks like a 1 line and a V. It looks like I and a V. That is 4. And the letter V by itself looks like the letter V. This is 5. So let's start over from the beginning. So if 1 line is 1, this is 2. 2 lines, 3 lines is 3. And then 1 line in the letter V is 4. Notice that's 5. So what do you think this sign is? The V and the 1. Do you think? That's 6, okay? So you're simply just counting in order, okay? So notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stop right there, but you can continue up to the very last Roman numeral. Now let's focus on number 2. Number 2 wants us to write the Roman numeral for each number. So we're going to work on that one. So here we are writing the actual Roman numerals. So the other one's writing the number for the Roman numerals. Here we're going to write the Roman numerals for the numbers. Okay, it's very similar to the same thing we just worked on before on our previous problem. So notice 1, we're trying to figure out what is a Roman numeral for 1. And simply looks like the letter I. That's 1. 2 is 2 lines together. 3 is 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Do you remember what 4 is? 4. You draw that line there, and then there you go. That's 4. What about 5? Let's think of V is 5. Now, what do you think 6 is? This is 6. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. 3 lines. 4, 5, 6. Now let's focus our attention on number 3. Okay, so for number 3, we have to write greater than, less than, or equal to. Here we have, and we're comparing using Roman numerals. Okay, so you have to know what the Roman numerals are and able to solve the problem. Here we have this. What number does this represent? 7. So I'll write 7 here. And the X, what number does that represent? 10. So we're trying to figure out 7. Is that greater than 10, less than 10, or equal to 10? What do you think? What do you think for this 7? Yes, 7 is less than 10. So you'll put the less sign there. Let's work on one more. Okay, here we have the number 5 is written out. And then the X is what Roman numeral number? 10. So we're trying to figure out is 5. Is that less than, is that greater than 10? Less than 10 or equal to 10? I'm going to write 10 right here so we see. So that's 5. 5 is less than 10. So the less than sign there. So that's how you solve number 3. Number 3, make sure you take your time looking at the Roman numerals in the numbers and what question they ask you. So you're able to tell whether it's greater than, less than, or equal to. Alright, as we look at number 4, number 4 wants us to draw tally marks to represent the Roman numeral. Here we have a Roman numeral 6. So we're simply just drawing 6 tally marks, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as 5, and one more for 6. So that is 6, okay? And then once you finish those, you go to number 5. Number 5 simply asks us just to write the sums.